the creative process.
Testing. Are we here? We are here. Here we go. How wonderful it is that we could all be here together virtually celebrating Shabbat. Hine ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hine ma
Shabbat Shalom. My apologies if you were trying to log in on Facebook. We're having some technical difficulties, and I didn't want you to get seasick as the tripod was wavering back and forth. So thanks for finding us on YouTube tonight.
Before we begin our Shabbat services this evening, I was going to get there eventually. We have a special song that goes out to all of you, and it's a prayer that says, "Let no one be alone tonight, especially when you are in the presence of God." And so we will teach you the chorus, and we hope you will sing along with us. Here is the chorus. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only. If your God is my God and my God is everything, aren't we all part of one God? So let your God be my God and our God be everything. Oh, we're all part of one God. Let's all try it. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only. Now maybe that energy that you believe in is not God per se. Let's go ahead and try another word, maybe love, right? Love. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go.
If your love is my love and our love is everything, oh, we're all part of one love. So let your love be my love and our love be everything. Oh, we'll all know we're all part of
Let's
one
sing
love.
together. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only. Now let's go ahead and replace the word love with heart. If your heart is my heart. There we go. If your heart is my heart and my heart is everything, aren't we all part of one heart? So let your heart be my heart and our heart be everything. Oh, we're all part of one heart. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only, before our one and only, before our one and only.
Thank you for being together with us tonight. Wherever we are, we feel your presence, we feel your warmth. Let's turn to the lighting of our Shabbat candles and notice that it's never one candle, always two. We don't let them be alone tonight either.
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Let's turn to Lekha Dodi on page 138. And I will share with you that I was talking with the staff of Camp 56 tonight, this afternoon, as we are preparing to open socially distant, responsible day camp on Monday. And as we were bringing in Shabbat together, usually we like to start with a big deep breath. But of course, in a group right now, that's not safe to do. So we thought about what could we replace the deep breath with and do safely. And so we thought about taking a deep centering stretch. So when we get to the 9th verse, when we get to the end of Lekha Dodi, when we stand up and face the door to greet the Shabbat bride, I want you to not just stand, but to really stretch yourself out and let that be the way that you center yourself as you welcome Shabbat tonight. Page 138. Ourselves to welcome the Shabbat bride.
Say
Let's be seated as we turn to the Chatzi Kaddish, page 144. If your page numbers don't match up with mine, don't worry. Just be in the moment. Feel the prayer.
יתקטל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועמד ברח חירותי והמליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בקלה בקלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
We take a moment now to ask for God's blessings on those who are observing Shiva or Shloshim, the immediate 7 and 30-day mourning period. If you wish to, please stand at this time wherever you are so that we may ask for God's blessings upon you at this difficult time. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem, may you be comforted among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Let's all stand together, page 146, for the Baruch Hu.
Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai Hamevorach.
We turn to the next page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvidvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmeroteham, barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבי.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love for us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו,
שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Let's be seated, page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטודפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Emet. The Ve'ahavta implores us to look for truth, to seek the truth, and yet the truth is so subjective. As it says at the top of page 155, love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. We have been given some freedom here in Arizona. We have been given the opportunity to go out, to go to restaurants, to go to parks, to be together. As we enjoy that freedom, may we not forget to be conscious of our breath, of our heartbeat, to be aware of each of these acts, to know that the truth is that we need to keep each other safe, however we interpret that to be. Let's take what we know to be truth, and to continue to be conscious of our breath as we enact the gift of freedom. Page 158.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נעזר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה.
We turn to our prayer for protection. May we spread a shelter of peace over each one of us. Page 160.
Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu
Though we may be distant, we know that we are together in the rhythm, in the routine of this time, of this Shabbat. And part of what we do for one another is holding to this promise that we are going to keep Shabbat, even if we're keeping it differently than we have before. We keep Shabbat and we keep it together. And that's how Shabbat keeps us. Page 162.
ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמעו בני Yom HaShvi, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Veshamdu Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat לדורות המרית עולם.
We turn to page 164 and stand for the Amidah, uniting our hearts together as we sing these words of praise.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei Hakol, Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Neichem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mohorid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umito melach, Melech memit umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Veneman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim bechol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Let's be seated and turn to page 173 at the bottom. Disturb us, Adonai. Ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of this sanctuary is not the border of the living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. We take a moment for our own individual prayers, our own personal reflections.
Oh God, hear our prayer. And may you send our prayer of well-being far and wide to the ears of all those who are in need and who have been so tragically affected by the events of these past couple of weeks. Let them know, oh God, that they are not alone, that we are here with them. And like Rabbi said, like these candles, we stand with them. Cold is the water, it freezes your already cold mind, already cold, cold mind. And death is at your doorstep, and it will steal your innocence, but it will not steal your substance. But you are not alone in this, and you are not alone in this. As brothers we will stand and we'll hold your hand, hold your hand. And you are the mother of your baby child, the one to whom you gave life. And you have your choices, and these are what make man great. His ladder to the stars. But you are not alone in this. You are not alone in this. As brothers we will stand and will hold your hand. Hold your hand. But I will tell the night and whisper, lose your sight. But I can't move the mountains for you.
Thank you, Jackie and Cantor, for that prayer tonight. Let's turn our thoughts to healing. These words, El Na Rafan Allah, from this week's Torah portion, Baha'alotcha.
El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, Birfuah Shlema. El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, Birfuah Shlema.
Our need for healing tonight is so deep. Our hope for wholeness tonight is so vast. Instead of filling this space with my words, I invite you to take a moment of quiet, to listen, to feel that desire for wholeness and healing as deeply as you can let yourself go. And then in a moment, once you emerge, to share the names of those you're thinking of, to share the wholehearted prayer that you're thinking of. You can put it in the chat. You can say it out loud, and I'll share the names from our community. Let's take a moment for that deep, earnest prayer. El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Alo, El Na Rafan Alanu. We wish a refuah shlema, a speedy recovery to Bill Adler, Stacy Adler, Shirley Friedlander, Gershon Ben Miriam, Max Gomberg, Goldberg, Tina Gomberg, Hallie Gratis, Richard Herbig, Jeff Klein, Saul Clipper, Dan Kobilka, Label David Ben Saralea, Stacy Megalitis, Rabbi Jaya Del Plotkin, Michael Peeler Smith, Cooper Romanelli, Trisha Porter, Alex Rabin, Don Rosenblum, Sally Rosenblum, Vertime Rulin, Jordan Schoen, Joyce Schindler, Lori Sellis, Kathy Sudhalter, Jim Unruh, Rachmiel Tzvi Ben Devorah, Yosef Ben Miriam, and to all of us.
El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, El Na Rafan Allah, Nu Birfuah Shlema. El Na Rafan Allah.
As we pray for healing, let it not end with us, but continue to a healing of the deep fractures of our country, page 376. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May all of our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and may our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Avinu shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael vegoalo, Bareichet Medinat Yisrael, Reishit Tzmichat Geulateinu.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael vegoalot. Amen. Selah. Amen. Selah. Amen.
And lastly, as we pray for healing of our country, of Israel, of ourselves, we also include a prayer for the health and healing of the healers. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who put themselves at risk to care for the sick, physicians and nurses and orderlies, technicians and home health aides, EMTs and pharmacists. Bless them in their coming home and bless them in their going out. Ease their fear, sustain them. Source of all breath, healer of all beings, protect them and restore their hope. Strengthen them that they may bring strength. Keep them in health that they may bring healing. Help them know again a time when they can breathe without fear. Bless the sacred work of their hands, and may this plague pass from among us speedily and in our days. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So this morning, my spin instructor yelled at me through the tablet on my exercise bike. "Now crank that resistance up," she said, barely breaking a sweat. I did not want to. I decided I would not do that this morning. This workout was already hard enough. But then she kept yelling at me. "I know it's hard," she yelled. "I know it's uncomfortable. Pedal through the discomfort." I rolled my eyes, and then I turned the resistance knob. "This is how we get stronger," she said. "I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But this is how we grow. First it hurts, and then we change." These times that we are living in, as we've been saying week after week, they are uncertain and uncharted and unprecedented. And then, since the murder of George Floyd on May 25th, we've become aware of a new descriptor. These times aren't just uncertain, they are uncomfortable. What I have to say tonight is uncomfortable. And I acknowledge that it's also unfair that I get to talk now about an uncomfortable subject, and we can't even look into each other's eyes. And now that you have a hint of what's coming, you might already be unhappy. Perhaps you tune into Shabbat services to find comfort or a reprieve from the unpleasant realities of our world. If you'd like to mute me, you can. I won't know the difference. But if you haven't already, before you hit that button, I'm asking you gently to try sitting in your discomfort a little bit longer, to see how long you can tolerate it. Perhaps if we sit here uncomfortable together, then together we can grow. I am going to share with you now a story of which I am ashamed. It was a small, forgettable moment, but I have not forgotten it. Instead, I have held this story in my gut for over 20 years. I have never spoken about it before, and sharing it with you tonight is uncomfortable, but perhaps speaking to an empty room makes it possible. I want to grow, and I want to do better, and I want to change. I was a teenager visiting my aunt in downtown Chicago. She had a big window in her high-rise apartment that looked down on the street below. My dad and I stood there watching the people in the cars. There was a black man standing in a parking lot. We watched him walk to the corner and wait to cross at a light. "Where do you think he's headed?" my dad asked lightly, initiating a time-passing game of imagination. "He's meeting his drug dealer," I said. "He's got to get his fix." My dad turned from the window to look at me. "That's racist," he said. "I was just kidding," I said. Typical teenage huff. And then he changed the subject, or I did. But the game was over, and inside, my mind was churning with guilt. I know I'm not racist, I thought. I went to a diverse school. I had a sort of diverse group of friends and acquaintances. I was a good kid. I got decent grades. I did tikkun olam projects with the youth group. I wanted to heal the world. And I've wondered now for years, why did I think that? Why did I say that? Would I have made that comment if the man crossing the street was white? I'm not racist. Am I? Sharing this, and I didn't know how it would feel to say it out loud when I was writing it. It is so uncomfortable. But I want to grow, and I want to do better, and I want to change. It is easy to say that the officer who kneeled on George Floyd's neck was wrong. His wrong was egregious and obvious to anyone who heard him gasping for air. But what about these smaller, less obvious wrongs? What about those of us who are white, who unconsciously lock our car doors when we drive through a neighborhood populated by people of color? What about those of us who are white, who have mistaken a community member of color for a service worker? What about those of us who are white, who have laughed at a dig towards another racial or ethnic group and then dismissed it as just a joke? Each of these moments is fleeting at the time, small and easy to shrug off. But as we hold up each instance one by one, the weight of our own small wrongs grows heavier and heavier, and the weight becomes uncomfortable. And it would be so much easier to let it drop, to shake out our arms and walk away from what hurts. But we need to grow. We need to change. We need to be uncomfortable. In this week's Parsha, B'Ha'alotcha, Miriam and Aaron are caught slandering Moses' wife. V'tidaber Miriam v'Aharon b'Moshe al odot ha'isha ha'kushit asher lakach, ki isha kushit lakach. Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman he had married. He married a Cushite woman. The rabbis chime in. Tur Ha'aroch, a medieval commentary, explains that Cushite is a sarcastic term for physical beauty, referring most likely to the dark pigmentation of her skin. Furthermore, the text goes on to say that Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses for not marrying a woman of better lineage. This is like the biblical equivalent of Miriam and Aaron assuming this woman would be more fitting as their server than their sister. Rabbeinu Bachya, another medieval rabbi and scholar, says it quite plainly. The reason Miriam spoke out was because Moses married a black-skinned woman. Hata'am ki isha kushit lakachu. While racism, as we understand it, is a modern construct, judgment and disdain of those who appear to be other is nothing new. Immediately after Miriam and Aaron's conversation, God, the creator of all human life, comes down upon the siblings in a pillar of cloud. God admonishes them for speaking against their brother Moses and then leaves. And when the cloud lifts, Miriam has been stricken with sara'at, described as snow-white scales upon her skin. She is suffering an affliction. We are suffering an affliction. Like a virus that passes from person to person, from generation to generation, those of us with snow-white skin are stricken with perceptions and assumptions that we don't even realize lie dormant within us. We may be asymptomatic most of the time, but these symptoms are subtle and they are sneaky. This virus is so nuanced that we may not even notice that we are spreading it to our children. But they catch it when they see that we mostly socialize with people who look like us. We spread it in the workplace when promotions or benefits are given to those who look like us. But worst of all, this virus spreads when we see the horrific symptoms manifest in full force, like graphic images on the news of a nonchalant officer stealing a man's last breath. And we do nothing. It is so tremendously uncomfortable to acknowledge that we too carry the hateful virus that killed George Floyd. It hurts so much because we are good apples. We don't want to hurt anyone. We don't want to cause anyone any pain. We want to be a light to the nations, pursuers of justice, repairers of the world. But if I'm honest with myself, I know that I've been a part of the problem. And I think that if most of us who are white-skinned here in America are deeply and truly honest with ourselves, we have all had a thought or a laugh or a moment when we too were a part of the problem. Moses cried out to God, El na rafan Allah, please God, heal her. Heal Miriam, heal her from this affliction. El na rafan alanu, please God, heal us too. Help us to admit our shame. Help us even when it hurts. Help us acknowledge that our pain is nothing compared to the generations of pain that those with white skin have inflicted upon people of color. I beg us to see that our healing must begin right now. I pray that each one of us with white skin begins to peel away the scales of this affliction and stand humbly before our friends and family of color, ready to listen and ready to learn. Usually a drash like this ends with a nechemta, or a consoling word. Every single class that I took on homiletics teaches us to dissipate the discomfort, to bring hope, to make it all better. But I'm not going to do that tonight. I am going to acknowledge instead that this moment is still raw. We are exposed now. We are vulnerable now, as we admit to ourselves that we too are a part of the problem. It is time to get uncomfortable. It is time to grow. It is time to do better, and it is time for us to change.
Refana la, elna refana lo, elna refana lanu, refua shlema, elna refana la, elna refana lo.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
A few announcements tonight. I would like to wish a very hearty mazel tov to our incredible, our amazing, our beautiful, wonderful adult B'nai Mitzvah class. Tomorrow morning we will celebrate with Rodolfo Garza, Sherry Lowenstein, Dennis
Koladin?
Koladin. I think I've been saying it wrong for 2 years. Koladin, Mark Sendro, Susan Sendro, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please make sure that just like tonight, if you're seeing this now, that you log in on YouTube. We will not be putting it on Facebook, though there will be a link on Facebook to get to the YouTube, or you can find it in your email. We look forward to feeling you there with us tomorrow as we celebrate those incredible group of people. We will also meet online tomorrow morning for Shabbat Torah study at 9 a.m. in the Zoom room. You can see your temple email for the link. Please bring your own coffee. We are not providing it, and join us. The Mishpacha Project is in action. The Mishpacha Project's mission is to help members achieve their dream of creating a mishpacha, that means family, through fertility assistance grants. The application is open now with plans to award grants by the end of the summer. So please don't wait. Go ahead and visit the Mishpacha page on our website to read more and to submit the application. On Tuesday at noon, we are having the second part of our Lunch and Learn, Prayer, Power, and Protest. Come and join us at noon on Tuesday. Even if you weren't at the first part, it will be a standalone session that has resonance with the first one, but no problem to join if you weren't at the first one. And if you miss us on Tuesday at noon, join us on Tuesday at 7 for the book group. We are reading Unorthodox. Bonus points if you've watched the show as well. I'm going to binge it this weekend. After I finish the book. I swear I've already read the book. I did read it a long time ago. I'm reading it again. And then I'm going to binge the show this weekend. The discussion will be, as I said, this Tuesday, June 16th at 7 p.m. Find the link in your email. Cantor.
Yes.
What else you got?
I have three things. First, I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you who shared your ketubah and your wedding photo and your wedding story and some bits of marital advice with us. We've had 35 submissions for our Sharing Our Jewish Treasures exhibit and this is the first of many quarterly congregational exhibits to come. If you haven't accessed the exhibit yet, it is available on the museum page of our website, www.cbiaz.org. Because we have received so many and we're continuously receiving more, I'm going to be adding ketubot to the exhibit every month. So it's going to be running 3 months. It's going to be running June 8th. It just opened to September 8th. So if you have maybe missed the deadline and you want to share your ketubah, your wedding photo, your story with us, send it to me, cantor@cbiaz.org, and I will add it in July. That's number one. The second announcement is we have a very, very close, I'm sure you've been hearing a lot, we have a very, very close relationship with our brothers and sisters at Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church. And to show our support and our advocacy for them and the entire African American community, I have, and Rabbi Khan as well, have tuned in to their Sunday morning worship services. So if you would like to join me, I'm going to be attending virtually. They are pre-recorded this Sunday and every Sunday thereafter from this point at 9:15 a.m. For more information, please go ahead and email me, cantor@cbiaz.org. You can visit their Facebook page. That's where they stream their services through. It's at Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church, Phoenix. Pilgrim Rest PHX. Oh, okay, on Facebook, right? Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then lastly, I want to give a big thank you. I don't say it enough, and I try, but sometimes I miss the mark, so I hope she'll go ahead and forgive me. I want to say, again, a big thank you to Jackie Huber, our wonderful accompanist and music director here, for all of the wonderful music you bring to us and share and make with me every single week. And I just love being up here on the beam with you, and thank you so much for everything that you do for our congregational family. And that's all for me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, I got 3 more quick ones, and then I'm going to channel Rabbi Khan for a moment. If you are not sure what to do with your kids right now, we still have room in Camp 56. If they are, I believe, 2nd grade or older, we are running a day camp starting on Monday, so please don't hesitate. Register now. We are keeping things clean and as safe as possible. So if you're tired of trying to work from home with kids hogging all the internet, this is your chance. And Camp Channon is open as well for the younger set. Don't forget to email cbicares@cbiaz.org if you are facing a physical, emotional, or spiritual need. Or, of course, you can always call the office or reach out to your clergy directly. And a little shout out for our CBI Cares team. It has been incredible. Every time I've had a request, I've gotten like an inundation of emails from the request. This is a truly phenomenal group who has done an incredible job reaching out and showing how we care here at CBI. So thank you to all of you on that team. Don't forget to let us know if you've earned a sticker for B'nai Mitzvah credit by watching and participating in the service. If you send us an email, we'll believe you, but we love a good selfie, so don't hesitate to do that. And lastly, with Rabbi Khan on sabbatical, I am constantly thinking to myself, what would Steve do? So I think that if Rabbi...
WWSD, right?
I think, and I don't know, if he's watching, he'll probably tell me I'm wrong, but if Rabbi Khan was here, he would address the fact that many of you have been asking when we're going to open. And here is what, I don't know, here's what I want to say. Our crystal ball is broken. It's not working. We don't know what is going to happen in the future. Right now, the plan is to not open until Rabbi Khan gets back from sabbatical. We want to be able to make that decision all together as a synagogue staff and clergy team. So that's the very short answer. The longer answer is we're looking really carefully at the data. We're working really closely with professionals who truly understand more about this virus than any one of us who is just reading things online or watching the news knows and understands. So we want to be clear and transparent with you that when we know more, you will know more. Keep your eyes open for more communication on that, and we promise to continue keeping you in the loop as decisions are made or changed or prolonged. So it is a process, much like the Ketubah Project. Always a process. Thank you. Let's continue. Anything else? Jackie, any announcements? Any announcements? No? You're good?
Speaking of CBI Cares, is it a little too soon to talk about CBI Cares July? Do you want to save that for next week?
Stay tuned for more about CBI Cares in July.
For the blood drive.
Blood drive and some other things
Okay.
that we're
More
collecting.
to come next week.
More to come
Go
next
ahead and
week, but
tune
we're
in.
working on it. All right, let's continue with Aleinu, page 586, or just wherever you are on the live stream screen. You can find it there too.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We turn to page 598 for thoughts of Kaddish. We remember those who have died in recent days. We remember those who have died at this time in years past. All of their memories are close to our hearts. This week, we remember those who have died in the last 30 days. We remember Van Jameson, husband of Mona Jameson, Bunny Zonas, Dorothy Giamo, mother of Lisa Aronin, and Ed Carmichael, father of Deborah Kaysen. We remember those of our congregational family whose yahrzeits occur this week. We remember Nordy Bick, William Bobier, Victoria Lee Capaldi, Nathan Charnofsky, Darlene Copeland, Herbert Darmstadter, Virginia DeKalbaum, Rose Diamond, Samuel Friedlander, Phyllis Guillory, Sally Grossman, Leonard Cagle, Jack Kelman, Bertha Kofsky, Felix Kohler, Debbie Krasny, Joe M. Krigston, Albert Leonard, Jerry Lisker, Dora Knock, Lillian Nedwin, Charles N. Needleman, Ruth Schwartz Needleman, Mildred Ostro, Albert Poland, Richard Reimer, Isaac Abram Rosenfeld, Mary L. Rudin, Irving Saltzman, Ray Sands, Bernice Schoenberg, Alvia Schottenstein, Benjamin Schwartz, Arthur Silver, Charles Sittenfeld, Leonard Spector, Robert Spiker, June Tamaroff, Dan Townsing, Mala Victor, and Doris Weinstein. We also remember the 6 million who perished in the Shoah, including the 1.5 million children who have no one to say Kaddish for them. As always, we recall with admiration the soldiers and civilians of the State of Israel who have given their lives for our Jewish homeland. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may all of their lives be for a blessing. If we did not share the name of your loved one and you would like to put their name into the chat or say it out loud at this time, we invite you to do so as we turn to Kaddish, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayachon u'vyomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'galal v'izman kariv imru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace, who sends peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, as we say together, amen.
Say shalom, b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu
told you, Cantor, I'm not going to do the high part on that one anymore.
But speaking of getting us higher, Baruch atah Adonai,
Just grape juice.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav ve'atzavanu, v'shabat kodsho, be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh ve'reishit, ki hu yom techilah lemikra kodesh, zeicher letziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu. Lift him up. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
Now words of Motzi.
It's a challah.
It's a challah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, batei avot.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Have a peaceful, healthy week. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart. We miss you.